Career high 15 rebounds, and Thompson ties his career high with 6 steals. That's the second straight game FGCU's had 6 steals in the game. Graf had 6 on Tuesday. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach and open it up.
Phil, we saw a really competitive college basketball game. I think East Tennessee was terrific, and their energy level after playing double overtime and double overtime game the other day, they came out and made some plays. I thought our guys responded. I think it's great to see a senior leader step up when we needed them and have a big game, because we struggled in spots. I don't know. We all noticed that he didn't shoot the ball well. It also goes back to some of the things we've talked about, that sometimes you have to rely on your defense, and I think our defense saved us tonight.
Speaking of the defense, you guys seem to have trouble against their defense tonight. What was going on, Brett?
We never really got in a rhythm. We knew if we got the ball flat, we'd have our best chance of scoring. We didn't do a great job getting it down there, but when we did, Chase kind of took over down there. But we just have to, get the ball moving a little bit better and kind of force a lot of stuff.
Brett, that 3 you had late in the game, top of the key, you just looked like you almost had your mind made up you were going to make it or something going into the shot. Can you just take us through that? You guys were struggling for some baskets.
Well, I sure didn't have in my mind I was going to miss the shot, so that's kind of it, really.
That's it?
Yeah.
No, anything did you see the setup play unfolding or anything like that?
It just kind of swung. It's something we do every day, so it's so easy like that. We just kind of got some space. I'm going to shoot since I've been shooting the ball a little bit better this year, but definitely didn't think I was going to miss.
Bernard with a nice steal and pass to you for the slam. Bernard with a nice steal and pass. That was a big momentum changer, it felt like to me.
It's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually the other way around, but I don't know what got into me tonight. Something back in high school, I guess.
Chase, you looked like you just didn't want you weren't going to let your team lose. You kind of carried them on your back early on in the game. Is that kind of what your mentality was?
Well, they did a great job of giving me the ball in places I had opportunity to score, and it was just things that we work on every day, getting the ball in the middle, attacking from it, and I was fortunate to have a lot of them go in and make a lot of shots, but I definitely wanted to do everything I could to help us win. That's something our team, we rallied behind each other. If someone's having a bad game, someone else always steps up, so I was fortunate that I was me tonight, but it's been different people all year long.
Chase, talk about the challenge of trying to find space in that zone inside. Do you have to go quick when the ball comes in?
You don't want to go too quick. You got to kind of evaluate all your options. And there were a few times I didn't make the right play, and coaches were talking to me in timeouts, telling me what to look for, and so that was a big help. But it's a 2-3 zone, something we played against a lot. So once you get in the rhythm and figuring out where to attack it from, and you really just start getting in that rhythm. And it was hard for us to find it tonight, but ETSU does a good job of switching up how they guard it and how they guard different things. So you're always guessing.
Just for Chase and Coach, at the start of the game, was that a matchup you thought you guys could exploit and take advantage of?
Well, we want to throw the ball inside. It's been a primary concern all season, or a primary emphasis all year. I think when we get the ball inside to him and Eric and Jamel down there, I think it creates a lot of things. It forces the zone to suck in so you can throw back out. It also allows him to get a bunch of shots. We like him to shoot the ball.
Chase, were you thinking in this game, my gosh, this can't happen, and were you nervous tonight? It seemed like every time you guys were starting to separate up until the end, they kept coming back and hitting a big 3 or something.
Oh, well, they're very poised on their end. We tried to make runs, and they'd slow them down. They'd hit big shots. Rembrandt definitely hit a lot of shots, something he's been doing all year. But I don't think we were nervous. It was a big defensive game. They played great defense. We were priding ourselves on our defense tonight, and it was able to get us a win.
Joe, you just got to win ugly sometimes. I mean, it's an old adage, but I think it's true.
There's always games like that in the tournament. And, the old thing of Jeff Van Gundy says it all the time. You can run good offense and miss open shots. And we missed a bunch of open shots, and that's part of it. And sometimes it gets a little bit tighter, and we miss a couple more shots, and you got to depend on your defense. And every year during a tournament, you see guys struggle a game or two, and I just have to grind it out, and that's what we had to do tonight.
Coach, talk about Jones's 3 late in the game after Brett's dunk and his last play in those last 2 minutes.
He was very good down the stretch. I mean, he was a little sped up early in the game. I think his adrenaline had him going. We got in some foul trouble. We had to get him out of there. The 3 was a nice driving kick. We got the ball to him. We had a speed set, put the ball in the basket, and I thought he was terrific down the end, rebounding the ball and defending. He really stepped up.
Brett, was it pretty aggravating again? It seemed like every time you guys were getting ready to go on one of your trademark runs, they just kept responding and responding and responding.
I mean, a little bit, but basketball, it's a game of runs. Everybody's going to make their runs, and it's a tournament. Nobody wants to go home sad. So, was kind of expect, you know, that nobody's ever, you know, they weren't just going to give up on us. So they did a great job offensively. You know, they hit a lot of tough shots too, and it was a great game.
For both players, can you talk about the importance of the home court advantage tonight, just how big that was?
Well, I think you could definitely see in our energy level towards the end of the game, the crowd started getting behind us. We were making tough defensive plays, and our crowd's doing a great job of recognizing the defense and getting excited about that even when we weren't making shots. And as everyone's seen, we play really well, and the crowd's behind us, and we're energized through them. But tonight they were energized through our defense because our offense really didn't have much going. And then you see Brett get that dunk, and Melo hit that three, and it's tough to play in this place.
Joe, you know, you talk about missing shots that you guys created nice shots. I thought early on, especially with Phillip, you guys really had some set plays, looked like set plays anyway, and really got him some open good looks, and you know, several others open good looks, and just weren't falling down. You just start thinking that's one of those nights, and maybe changed your philosophy a little bit, or it didn't seem like you did.
No, we played the same way. And I think these guys have made some shots, and I mean, we threw the ball inside a little bit more. Chase did a good job working the high post, and we played out of foul trouble quite a bit too. And we had guys in foul trouble, so I thought for the most part we tried to get it a little bit inside, a little bit more to the high post, and you know, hopefully if you play the percentage, hopefully you're going to make a couple shots.
Brett, feeling that defender closing on you on that dunk, you know he was that tight in that. Did that leave you with the only option of being able to dunk? Is that a play you would have been able to make as authoritatively last year to finish it like that?
I didn't really see him. I just kind of went to the rim strong. You know, Bernard, you know, got a great steal and he made a great pass out to me. And I just had some space. I just went up, and I don't know why I did it. I mean, I haven't done it in my 3 years here pretty much. So
You did a lot your freshman year.
yeah, I mean a little bit, you know. But then I just haven't really done it in games. I don't know why. I haven't even been doing it in practice at all. So it's happened.
Joe, you flashed the full court press at him several times tonight. Was that specifically for ETSU, or is that something we might see a bit more
We
of?
worked on it and just slow them down a little bit. I think sometimes teams get in a little bit of a rhythm, and with them, they're terrific offensively. They can spread you a lot of different ways and stretch your defense up. They put you in some awkward situations. They have guys that can flip the floor on you. They got bigs that can post, or bigs that can shoot threes, and guards that can post. So sometimes just to change the rhythm and not let them walk up and get into a rhythm.
Chase, first half, Phillip shoots up a three, pops up, you just dunk it in, real crowd pleaser. Is that something that kept up the momentum for you guys throughout the game?
Oh, anytime you get an offensive rebound and putback, it's going to be a big momentum boost because otherwise a missed shot and they're going the other way. So it's virtually a 4-point swing if you eliminate them getting a fast break and we get 2 points off of it. And then the crowd always gets energized with dunks, and we definitely do. And so I was, again, fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. And anytime Philip's shooting, it's going to be a soft rebound because he's virtually going to never miss. So I was glad it came off right where it did.
Right, you guys have been in so many close games, so many big games. When you get in a moment like that at the end where it's tight, is it one of those things where you kind of rely on that experience, and how big is that for you?
Well, I think it's huge. You know, I mean, our first year, maybe even second year, you know, we gave that game away. But you know, I think with our experience and you know, the kind of games we have played in over the past 3 years, I think you know we were able to keep calm and you know just keep trying to keep the lead up and try to win the game.
Brett, before the game, you guys in the huddle, you broke it with give Chase a chance. What does that phrase mean to you?
That was the bigs.
Oh,
that was just
I don't know. I'm a guard. I don't like it.
That was just the bigs on during our pregame thing, and it's something Coach Richter brought in. Being the only senior, he wanted to make sure everyone knew, or really just kind of get energy going that way, that it could potentially be our last game of the season. And it was kind of just giving me a chance on my last year. Everyone else is coming back, but on my last year, give me a chance to make the run in the tournament with these guys.
There's just time for a couple more.
Coach, talk about free throws, and you know it's starting to get real important as you advance. Talk about what you can do to shore that up. You think?
Well, I think we practice all the time, and you know, we shoot every day. I think guys have to step up with confidence, and we'll continue. We penalize guys for missing shots, free throws during practice. But I think guys need to step up and have some confidence, and it's a big component of the game. So we need to downstretch and make sure we're making our free throws.
We won't know who you guys are facing on Sunday, but can you just give your thoughts on you guys are one game away from one of the biggest goals you have?
Well, we're excited no matter who it is. They're both going to be great opponents. We'll be able to watch a little bit of it tonight and then have 2 days to prepare. But again, at this point in the year, we've played both of them twice. They're both senior-oriented teams. We know them really well. Personnel-wise, they know us. So it's going to come down. It's probably going to be a great game and a grind out.
All right, one more. Coach, can you give us a little scouting report for each team? Just
we'll do that tomorrow. Like we'll get more media tomorrow, Saturday when I do it.
Coach, despite kind of the back and forth of the halves, you guys were able to win those final few minutes in each of the halves. How important was that to the ultimate success?
Well, I thought the guys stayed poised, and East Tennessee made some great plays. And they're very offensively capable, and you look at the stats, and I thought that the end of the game did a good job of getting some stops. And if we kept them off the free throw, we would have been in better shape. We fouled some off the bounce that we got to clean that up.